Who says you must have a cuddle buddy when spamming through a good romance? And who says a good romance show is reserved for a romantic night? There are tons of good titles out there for you if you aren't out and about with someone right now. Welcome to Anime Ikigai. Join us today as we look into the top 10 animes you must watch if you are single. Number 10. No Game, No Life. I'm not insisting on any sort of forbidden love here, but pointing at this title from a different perspective. Our siblings are the ones we spend most of our early life with, so seeing another duo like this in action is sure to keep people occupied for quite some time, and the story isn't mediocre at all. For the past decade, No Game, No Life has been one of the most popular animes in the world, with fans dying to see a season 2 of this gem of a show. The story follows an older brother and sister who prefer not to engage with the outside world and shut themselves inside their home. Gaming is the one thing that matters to them most, and they are so good at it that Tet, the god of games, invites them to a world where everything is settled through a game.
A nameless race, but I, the one true god, shall give you a name. You are... Humanity.
Number 9. Monster. The anime has nothing to do with romance. It has nothing to do with people struggling with romance, but what it highlights is the adventure of a man who gives up everything he has to fulfill a purpose. Throughout the story of Monster, our protagonist Tenma is a lone wolf with only a limited amount of aid to him, and the whole world is against him as he is a fugitive. Monster will take you on a ride and show you just how much a person can sacrifice if it means he gets to fulfill the purpose. And in Tenma's case, he wasn't even forced to do what he chooses to do, but takes it up as his responsibility to do so.
アンナのものだよ。
本当に？
ほんとさ。
なんで私のものなの？
なんでもさ。
Number 8. School Days. This anime will make you glad that you are single, and it does it in some morally disturbing and mentally scarring manner. When it comes to choosing a story of absolute mess and awkward situations, School Days did it the best. The protagonist of School Days, Ito Makoto, is one of the most hated anime characters alive, and they have every reason in the world to hate him. His relationship with the numerous female members of his class is the prime driving factor of the story, but it also makes you want to quit the story halfway. The two main heroines and their passive-aggressive attacks on each other, combined with Makoto constantly getting himself laid while being in multiple relationships, will make you want to reconsider dating for quite a while. Number 7. Orange. I'm not gonna lie here, Orange might make you feel like you are not giving dating a proper chance, but that is mostly an objective opinion because objectively, Orange is an anime with the core of its story being friendship rather than romance. The story follows Naho Takamiya, a high school student who is probably the most normal high school character we will encounter. They did a good job of not making her personality fit anime tropes, but her normal life changes when she starts to receive letters from her future self. In these letters, are pieces of advice that Naho gives to herself, advice on being close to the new transfer student Kakeru, and advice on the importance of a genuine friendship. Number 6. Classroom of the Elite. Do you ever feel like a one-man army sometimes, or some major tactician inside your classroom and your class has no clue about it? When it comes to getting things done on your own, Classroom of the Elite is the elite anime. One of the most original high school stories to be told in the past decade, Classroom of the Elite focuses on Ayanokoji Kiyotaka, who has enrolled in Kodo Ikusei High School, a school considered to be the paradise for students because of the amount of freedom and merits they receive. But this generosity is just the surface of the school as the students slowly begin to realize that they have to fight for everything they enjoy and they have to thrive as a class. Amidst this chaotic environment, Ayano Koji, a student of Class D, plots from behind the scenes to make sure his position in the school is secured.
Thanks for your help. Not that I need you or anything, I am fine without you.
But Horikita, I've never considered you an ally, not even for a second.
Number 5. Erased. Maybe living a single life on a job that doesn't pay you well isn't as bad as it sounds, as long as you feel happy about it. But Erased? Erased that chance for the protagonist, Satoru Fujinuma, pun intended. Erased is one of the most critically acclaimed show in the modern world, with only a few people on this planet can argue about its stellar story delivery. Erased follows the story of Satoru, who is a manga artist and a man in his mid-20s. When he is accused of murder, Satoru discovers that he has traveled back in the past, 18 years ago, and soon finds himself realizing that the abduction of one of his classmates might have been connected to the murder he was wrongfully accused of.
You remember back then? Something like this happened in the neighborhood.
No, you don't get it! I could have saved her!
6 months after my classmates disappeared, Jun Shiratori was arrested for kidnapping and murder.
Number 4. Planet. Unlike most entries on this list that are basically making you feel good about being single, Planet is one of those anime that will make you feel grateful and make you cherish every relationship you end up in. The story of Okazaki Tomoya and Nagisa Furukawa is often overlooked when we talk about anime couples. Tomoya's development into a lover from a delinquent is one of the most natural character developments done in the past decade, and the way this couple faces hardships yet keeps going on will make you empathize with them on every step. Planet has proven to be a journey rather than a show.
私も智也くんと海が見たかったです。
じゃあ約束しよう。約束してくれるよな、ナギサ。
Number 3. The Garden of Words. The only movie entry on this list, you might find it odd to see Makoto Shinkai's Garden of Words on this list. I mean, it is easily one of the romance classics when it comes to modern anime, so why should single people watch it? They must watch it because of the nature of romance this show explores. Your Name or Weathering with You would have easily made this list, but those movies heavily dealt with fiction and the supernatural. Garden of Words is a story about love forbidden by age, which is one of the most realistic problems in a lot of cultures. The way this movie approaches the idea of forbidden love is very mature and could as well happen to one of us someday.
私まだ大丈夫なのか。
Number 2. Violet Evergarden. Have you ever wondered what the true meaning of the words I love you is? Because, worry not, there is an entire anime dedicated to it, and trust me, once you watch it, you will love it. The story of Violet Evergarden is truly marvelous. After losing the one person she felt was most important to her in her life, she is left with 3 departing words, which are extremely beautiful, but she has no understanding of it. After her master dies at her hands with I love you as his last words, Violet moves on to a new life, whilst in search of the meaning of the last words she heard from the person she loved.
知らない方が楽に生きられるかもしれない。
And finally, number 1. My teen romantic comedy, Snafu 2. It is realistic, it is funny, it is mature, but most of all, it is a modern masterpiece. My teen romantic comedy, Snafu 2, or Orega Iro, is one of the most distinguished romance anime we got to see in the last decade, with the 3 pivotal characters barely expressing any sort of romantic feelings toward each other. The story of this anime managed to answer love, friendship, loneliness, and denial, all through the course of realistic action. Hachiman Hikigaya still remains one of the most pessimistic but enjoyable characters, and he will definitely make you feel better about being single.
それでも俺は本物が欲しい。
So, that was our list of the anime you must watch if you are single. If you believe that our single brethren deserve some more names to find solace in, then do let us know in the comments. This is Anime Ikigai, and we will see you in the next video.